I am the greatest.
Someone with color! Someone with color! Someone with dance!
What is going on, guys? My name is Moto, and today you're going to be watching my review on Monster Energy Supercross, the official video game. I thought that it would be a good time to upload this. It's about a week after the game being released. This is the second time I've actually recorded this video. The video was supposed to go up yesterday, which would be Saturday, but I woke up in the morning and just thought, you know what, that's a really bad video. I don't want to upload this because I felt like I missed a lot of things doing it live. So we're going to do a post commentary here, so hopefully we can get everything in. So the first thing I want to say about the review is that this is going to be totally non-biased. I'm not going to sit here and preach to you all of the good things without preaching the bad. I'm not going to preach all the bad things without preaching the good. And I'm not going to tell you whether you should or should not buy the game. I think that should be based on your opinion and solely on if you feel as though it is a good buy or worth the money. Now, $60 is pretty steep for a lot of people, but you know, if you love motocross and you're just happy to have a new game, I personally think that, you know what, whatever the money is, it's not a big deal. You're out here having a good time, and if it's something that you'll play for a while, then definitely go ahead and do that. But again, I'm not going to tell you whether you should or should not buy it. I'm simply just going to tell you guys the good things and the bad things. So starting off, I want to talk about the career mode in particular. That seems to be a very big thing in all racing games. If it has a good career mode, then that's a big deal breaker. So right off the bat, the career mode is pretty solid. You get East Coast and West Coast for the 250s, and you can run 450s, which is really nice that they didn't just like merge them together, because, you know, I feel like Milestone would have been the company that would have merged both East and West Coast together to make you run the full series. Maybe that's just me being like judgy, I don't know, but it's a very nice thing that they have both East and West Coast. Now, with that being said, unfortunately, you cannot join teams in the game. And you cannot even ride like as yourself on say a Red Bull KTM. It won't let you. You have to ride your own bikes and all of that stuff, which for some people that's kind of a bummer. To me personally, I never really rode on the official teams, and I think that might have been something that they did to kind of just counteract the glitch that was in GP3, where you literally couldn't select anybody but a certain pro rider. Whichever pro rider it gave you, you had to ride as, unless you reset the game like 3 times. Really annoying, really frustrating, and I think that's the main reason why. And I know that's just career mode. And how would that work? It's career mode. It's just a theory. Regardless, you can't join pro teams, and you cannot run your own graphics kit. So, for example, on this Kawasaki, I have a Stellar MX or a Stellar graphics kit on it. One that I selected personally when I bought the bike, and I customized it and upgraded it and all that stuff. Unfortunately, on career mode, you have to run sponsor liveries. I don't know if this is just something that they didn't mean to imply or put into the game, or if it's just something that they were like, you know what, since they can't run teams, we'll give them sponsor liveries, and then they'll have to run that. Maybe it's a bug, maybe they're not intending it, who knows. Regardless, it's kind of a deal breaker for some people. Some people are a little bit bummed out about it. I personally could care less. I mean, I'm not going to play career mode very often, so it's not that big of a deal, but I know a lot of people were looking forward to being able to ride their own bikes in Supercross, and theoretically, you'll be able to ride your own bikes, but you won't be able to put on your own graphics kit other than being able to choose the sponsor that you want to rep. So, with that being said, that's pretty much going to cover it for the career mode. I mean, it's a pretty solid thing. It runs through each series. You can choose East or West. One of the cool things, I guess, is that during the career mode, you can jump straight to 450s after your first season racing the 250s if you win the championship. I'm not certain if you have to win the championship to move up. You might just have to run the first season and then jump into 450s that way. I'm not sure, but all I know is that I won the championships in both in the first 2 seasons, so it was really easy. And one of the bonus things is that if you win the 250 East or West and the 450 series, you get the #1 plate. So it takes it off of Ryan Dungey. You can use it online. It's really nice. I mean, I know that's primarily my number because I am the king, the great one, the greatest of all time, the best in the world at what I do. So of course I'd run that number. But regardless, I don't want to get too carried away gameplay with myself. This is a review about the game, so that's one cool thing that you can look forward to. Moving on, we can talk about the multiplayer. I haven't really played a lot of it just because it's the servers have been a bit wacky, which some of you guys may have noticed it if you've already played the game. If you haven't, they're working on fixing the servers. It seems as though about 5 o'clock Eastern time, the servers just get ruined, and not necessarily because of the fact that, you know, I actually think it's just because there's so many people on it, to be honest. I don't really know what else the reasoning would be. Maybe they just weren't expecting so many people, other than the fact that they did actually advertise it in the US this year, and maybe that's why there's so many people. I have no clue, but regardless, multiplayer is a little bit laggy. No collisions work. You just have to find the right host, honestly. You can run custom tracks online, which we'll get into here in just a little bit, which is really, really neat, meaning that if your friend creates a really good track, and a lot of people do end up liking the track, it may end up showing up on that list that you can run online tracks, which is really cool. We're trying to do that with my track here that you're actually seeing. It is called Streamline MUSX. If you do enjoy this track layout and want to ride it on your own, if you do have PS4, all you gotta do is look up my name, or not look up my name. I guess you'd have to scroll through and find Streamline MUSX. I would imagine it's already on the decently liked page. I'm not fully certain though. So that is gonna do it for multiplayer. Moving on to the customization features of the game. Very, very simple stuff this year. They did add in a couple of things with the resizing of the numbers on the bike, meaning that if you want to, you can make the number extremely large or extremely tiny. I found that you could actually make the number kind of disappear if you like. For example, you get the number 1 plate, you can put it on the front of the bike, and if the bike has like a brake line or brake line cover thing on the front number plate, if you put the number and adjust it so it's super small and put it behind that little cover, it actually fully disappears, meaning you can have a front number plate that's completely blank, which could look pretty cool for some pictures depending on the way you look at it. But it made it so that, you know, the numbers are actually going to be big on the bike. It's not going to be really tiny. It's not going to look like complete garbage. It's actually going to look pretty decent on the bike. So that's something that is really, really nice. They also added in that you could change the font on the back of your jersey this year, rather than it being a simple old thing where it kind of just looks like buns. I don't really remember. I don't think you could change the font on GP2. Or no, GP3. I know you could do it on GP2, but I don't remember that much. You can change the color. I knew you could change the color of the numbers, but, you know, all in all, it looks really, really nice. They did a lot of cool things with them, and I'm very, very impressed with what they did. Now, with that being said, they did end up adding in a couple of gear brands that are big in the US, such as Troy Lee Designs and Fly. They did, unfortunately, however, take out the Bell helmets, which a lot of people were a little bit upset with. And for some of the gear brands that were already in it, such as Alpine Star, they didn't really change up the gear. So it looks the exact same. They added in a couple of different Alpine Stars, but other than that, it's pretty much all the same. Now, with that being said, of course, the sponsor liveries have changed a little bit, and it's nice. The bikes are a little bit more updated. They look a lot better than in GP3. I believe they're the... I don't actually remember what year bike they are. They're the updated bikes though. It's nice. It's not 18 bikes, I don't think, or 19 bikes. It might be 17s or 16s. Regardless, still looking really nice. Solid stuff from Milestone. You can see the number 1 right there. Very, very nice to see it on the front plate, just to kind of show it while we're talking about the customization there. So with that being said, we can move on to the custom track review, I guess. Not necessarily the full thing. We're going to actually have a full-on video about the custom tracks and creating custom tracks, probably coming out this week sometime. Not fully certain exactly when. But the custom tracks are really nice. As you can see, we are running my own custom track. Like I said earlier, it's going to be Streamline MUSX. Again, if you want to look that up, all you got to do is go on PS4 and just look through the numerous pages of garbage tracks to find this one. As I am the king and I make the greatest content in the entire planet. It's a joke, guys. Relax. It's a gimmick, guys, okay? I'm humble. I'm joking. Jesus. Anyway, The custom tracks are really nice. A lot of the tracks are going to be within the larger stadiums. I personally enjoy making the Supercross tracks in these smaller indoor stadiums and/or in the diamond stadiums, whatever you want to call them. They're just really, really nice. It's a big throwback to MTX Moto tracks for sure. A couple of extra things added in. I don't remember exactly what the other game was that had it. I know Turley loves to fucking talk about the throwback in it, which is really nice. But it's very cool to see that we've gotten a track creator. It's very nice as well. If you're talented, you can make some good tracks. Unless you make motocross tracks, which in that case you're definitely not talented, because those tracks do not work in this game and they're garbage in my opinion. But that's my opinion, guys. It's my opinion. I'm sorry. Don't hate me because you ain't me, bro. Period. I mean, I would imagine some people could get a motocross track to work, but the ones that I've seen online on PS4 right now are some straight up booty hole, and you know, I don't think anybody would enjoy running them. I know a lot of my friends have tried them out. They don't work. So from what I know right now, you can't really make motocross tracks, but you can make some really damn nice supercross tracks if you know what you're doing. I've seen a couple of them. I know Spink MS, if you guys don't follow him already on YouTube, he made a very good Toronto 2014 remake. There's a lot of 2018 remakes that are in the game right now. I know I was working on Arlington, but I couldn't find I didn't want to run in the big stadium, and I just didn't think it would fit. So I may end up finishing that. I'm not fully certain. If you guys do want me to do that, let me know. We could probably do that track for the video if you guys want. But that's pretty much it. Honestly, there's some really good tracks out there. Like I said, if you don't follow Marley or MS or Spink MS, I should say, on YouTube, go subscribe to his channel. He just hit like 150 subs, something like that. Very, very good content creator. So regardless, that's pretty much it for the game. We have some DLC coming soon. I'm not fully certain as to when. I know we're getting Monster Cup with it. I don't know which year it is just yet. I know for a fact we're going to get some extra probably gear and stuff like that. I'm not certain if they're going to bring back any replica tracks or anything new from them with the Season Pass, but regardless, it's a pretty solid game in my opinion. There's flaws, and hopefully this review gave you guys some clarity about the game. You know, overall, there's some glitches, there's some bugs, a lot of blue screens right now, but I think that's just going to be fixed in the patch. So, again, all in all, very solid game. My opinion is my opinion. I don't want to influence anybody. I enjoy the game. A lot of people I know enjoy the game, but I also know a lot of people that don't enjoy the game. All in all, it's up to you. If you think that this gameplay looked good, then hell yeah, go buy it. It's a fun game to play when you know what you're doing with it. If you're Team BBV, you don't know what you're doing, it's probably a little bit difficult for you to get your head around the game. But, you know, no judgment here, I guess. It's just a little bit difficult for some people to get. So anyway, guys, I hope you did enjoy this video and all of that good stuff. If you did, please hit that like button. Comment down below your thoughts and opinions and whether you are going to buy it, have bought it, or are not going to buy it. It's completely up to you guys, like I said. Overall, like I said, pretty solid game and all of that stuff. So we're going to have some new videos out sometime this week. Track creator, top 5 custom tracks, all that stuff. A bunch of extra stuff. Probably even starting a career mode. So let me know if you guys are excited about that stuff as well. And if you are new to the YouTube channel, please hit that subscribe button. Last thing that I do want to talk about in this video is that if you guys are not already signed up for the Moto Open Pro Invitational Championships, please go ahead and follow the link down below in the description, as we are going to be trying to, you know, do our best to get that thing up and running, and we need as many people to participate in that as possible. We are going to have some real world prizes funded by and bought by myself, One Up Motorsports, and Dirt Monkey Productions. It's going to be top 3 prizes. If you'd like to fund that, I'm going to leave a PayPal link down below in the description. All you got to do is donate. You know, any amount works. If you don't want to, that is perfectly fine. So anyway, guys, my name is Moto, boys and girls, and I'm out. Peace. Goodbye.